Hey guys, GT500 review here. Come for a ride with me, Jared.
Let's take a ride. Come ride with me. Take a ride. Let's fire it up. Let's go take a ride. Oh, yeah. So what are we doing? What do we got going on? What's on the agenda today?
Drive around.
Drive around, take a cruise.
Alert the car.
Take everyone for a ride. So we are in the Lethal Performance 2020 Shelby GT500 Carbon Track Pack Edition, and we're gonna take a ride and I'll let you guys know what I think about the car. We've had it here for a few weeks now, but we've been really busy, really haven't had a chance to get out and make some content for you guys, but I'm excited. This is my fourth GT500 that I've ever owned, starting back in 2008 with our GT500. We got a 2010 with the black and grabber blue stripes. 2013, we ended up getting a white with black stripe. That was a track edition as well, or performance pack, whatever you call it. And here we are in our new 2020 Shelby GT500. We were actually very fortunate to get this carbon track pack edition. Our dealer, Weichert Ford, Mr. Philip Weichert up in Lake Wales, was gracious enough to bless us with a golden ticket to have the ability to buy this car. So dealers, Ford dealers actually have the ability, they've got to be a part of the program, the Ford Performance Program, to actually have the right to build a GT500. But then they are also given certain allocations throughout the year to build a certain number of these cars. With that said, the ability to build the carbon car is actually a lot more difficult because it requires a golden ticket. I almost feel like I'm in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the golden ticket, because I got a golden ticket, I got a golden ticket. It's such a great movie.
Because I've got a golden ticket, I've got a golden ticket.
So here we are, guys. Come along for a ride. I mean, you get in this car, and right like when I drove it for the first time, just knowing what this car is and what it's capable of gives you that feeling that you are driving something special. I will say this, for like the review that I did on the 2018 Mustang GT, our car, Gold member, when we first put the Whipple on it, and I did a first impression, first drive around, and in-depth review and stuff like that. I was getting a lot of negative feedback, which, you know, I mean, you're entitled to that, and I definitely, people want to see me rip on it. You know, it's not a full review if you don't rip on it. I'll do my best to do that. I do like to follow the laws of the road. I drive like a grandpa, you know. I should have a tennis ball on my antenna so I can find it in the parking lot after I park it and don't know where it is. So I'm sure most everyone out there knows about this car, but I'll go over some of just the standard features of it, what differentiates it from the last GT500. This is based off the Coyote platform. It is a 5.2 liter cross plane crank engine, so it differs from the GT350 with that flat plane crank. It is also supercharged with a Eaton TVS 2.65 liter supercharger on top. It is also inverted. So instead of like normal top mount superchargers where they force the air down through the intercooler into the heads, it is actually air is pumped upwards through the intercooler back down into the heads through the intercooler again. So it's the upside down version. We are still in normal driving mode. All right, so I was saying the brakes, right, the whole car. I mean, this car is badass. The cooling, the power, the suspension, performance, everything about this car is supercar performance. I was saying before, there's a couple different drive modes that this vehicle has. We're in normal drive mode right now. when you change the modes, it changes several different things: steering, suspension, as well as exhaust tone and shifting of the transmission. So if you go from normal mode to sport mode, you can instantly feel like the throttle change on it. It's definitely more peppy, and the exhaust valve opens up a little more, gives a louder exhaust tone to it. Shifting is also different, higher in the RPM. The dash changes just like our digital dash did in our 2018 premium car. And you can definitely feel the car just rides different. So downshifting too is a big thing. When you put foot on the brake, it's quicker to downshift and go through the gears a lot quicker. Sounds awesome. We've got track mode as well, which is meant for road course stuff, and there's also drag mode. So I personally like the track mode. When you put it in track mode, it almost like it does open up the valves even more and makes it louder, and it holds the RPMs a lot more. So like cruising through like my neighborhood and want to sound like all badass and stuff like that and have that exhaust sound to it, not only is the exhaust valve open up more, but the car holds the RPM and actually does kind of sound like it's got almost like a watt box feature where it cuts the ignition in between shifts and gives you that pop in the exhaust. It does that between shifts in track mode. I haven't messed with it in drag mode yet, but let's see if we can get to do it on this. So we're going from sport mode to track mode. Yep, and you can hear instantly the exhaust changes. It holds the gear better, and it's holding that RPM. And let's see if we can get it to downshift. Hear how it sounds. Awesome. Let's see if I get it to do that little pop sound too. This car sounds and drives amazing. There you go. Heard that little pop? It's kind of cool. Sounds so good. And any point while we're driving the car, if you do want to change the exhaust tone, even if you're in, let's say, track mode or whatever, you can go to the exhaust switch right down here and let's say pop it into quiet mode. If you want to be a nice neighbor and go through your neighborhood, go through quiet. You can hear everything. You can hear me now, everything. And it still doesn't change the mode of how the car shifts and handles and the steering and stuff like that. It's just the exhaust that you could change. Pretty neat. So we're kind of cruising down. I just put us in sport mode here. I'm gonna go down to a lower gear. Still using the just normal drive mode. And let's rip on it and see how it does. Car's fast. And that was sport mode. All right, so yeah, we're like in the rain now. It's raining. It drives just like a normal car does. And I know, it's like, I can't believe you get the carbon fiber track pack in the rain. To me, it's another car. It's an awesome car, but it's a car. It's meant to be driven. Oh, by the way, guys, make sure to follow me on my Lonely Fans page. I do explicit content for my fans. DM me. I will message you back, shout you out, and make sure to send me tips, okay? Just a tip. I don't know where we're going, but we're going. Sick review. You guys suck. You guys suck.
Hello?
Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
I'm just cruising with Christy, getting some content, or trying to get some content in a new car until it started raining, and then every car in South Florida decided to drive on the same road we're on.
Sick.
Yeah, pretty awesome. All right, take two. Actually, it's a different day from our original first in-depth review because we live in Florida and it rains here like every day in the afternoon. And actually I can see rain clouds ahead. So we may have to run around and try and avoid the rain to get some pulls in here. But as I was saying before, I do get a lot of criticism about not ripping on the car and, you know, doing all this crazy stuff in it. I do like to be mindful of the laws and not speed on the roads. I think racing should be taken to the drag strip or the road course for safety purposes. So there you heard it. Or Mexico, which is right up ahead. So we are just arrived in Tijuana and gonna make a couple runs, I guess. The car is quick. I've driven the 2020 GT500 before we got ours. I've been in it with a professional race car driver. The car's fast. It's got a lot of power and smooth as well. The shifting on it's unreal. I'm going to bring us down to a low gear. So we're in 6th gear. I'm just going to nail it and see how it does. Yeah. She's quick. Sounds good too. All right. All right, all right. Got him on, got him on. Shout out to Mark the Shark. Got him on.
Say, okay, got him on, got him on.
All right. All right, guys, we are in sport mode. Advanced track off. I am in just rolling slowly here in 3rd gear. Let's do it. She's fast. There you go. All my YouTube fans and followers and haters, I got on it for you, okay? Mexico, Tijuana. This thing is awesome. That's a lot of power for a stock car. See, it moved the camera. The shocking cup didn't work as good as it thought it was supposed to work. So, yeah. The official drive review of the new Lethal Performance 2020 Shelby GT500 Carbon Track Edition. I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. This car is awesome. I've been really enjoying it since we picked it up here. The plan is basically to clean the car up and to take it to the drag strip this evening for our first passes down the track. 100% stock. I've been told, you know, people are like, yo, switch the tires out in the back for the standard GT500 wheels and tires because they're the Cup 2s that are on here for the carbon track pack. But I want to give a really good, results. I want to give accurate results of what this car, the way it comes from Ford, how it performs at the track, just like that. No swapping things around, no gimmicks, no pulling, anything off the car. Just let it rip. You know what I mean? And so we'll get definitely some good content with that.
It's ludicrous. It's crazy. These guys, you see what these guys do with so much horsepower?
You really do feel awesome driving this car. I've driven a lot of Mustangs. Again, all of the, from my first Cobra in 2003 through the first couple of years of the GT500 to the Coyotes to our GT350 to our Boss. This one, by far, is the best. Well done, Ford. Performance. Ford performance. Good job, guys. Well done.